And we are back. Sin City Iron in Las Vegas, which is sick because if you can't see the background, they have a ton of ELITEFTS benches here with Ty. And we got to put the speed in this speed bench session because we only got about an hour to train before we got to be back to pick up Cole for a show day check-in. And it is a zoom lens kind of day. Not gonna mic Ty up because I don't want him to feel too pressured to talk to the camera, but he's in the team. He's running one of the programs in there, also speed benching, but he's running the 4x3, and I figured to make it less complicated, we'll just go back and forth, and I'll just do more sets, more reps, so I can use his weights. Was that too demeaning?
No. No.
Come in frame. If you can't tell by our builds, he's less built to bench than I am.
Likewise.
I don't know, we'll figure it out. Because, like, worst case, I can just run close grip. Yeah, we'll probably jack her up from there, I think. And I'm used to running my speed benches on my own, so this is going to be much more fun with a friend. I'll just plan to run close grip so we can make it for you. There's not enough room for my butt. Can I go? How many are showing?
Yeah, we're...
3 showing? Was that?
Yeah.
Just test it out, see if it's good. That good for you?
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay, straight to a plate?
Yeah.
Your arms are so long.
That's unfortunate.
It's almost worse than I was sharing a bench with Darrell the other week. Tight. Harder legs if you can. 165. We got 10s and yeah. Okay, work sets. Midway through the training session, because I forgot to say this at the beginning, but before we get going on speed bench work sets, if you feel stuck in training, if you're not making the progress that you think you should, if you don't know what to do to get better, hit the link below, join the team. I'm gonna be able to give you coaching on your programming, on your technique, tell you what accessories you need to be doing for your needs every single day. Big pull, hard legs, harder legs. Yeah, that was good. Sick. And like, I know 8s aren't the perfect rep scheme for a speed work protocol, but better than changing plates in and out between sets. Yep, legs. Good. You feel how much better it is when the legs are on?
Yes.
That was a shitty unrack. Big legs, big legs. Spread. Tighter. There you go. Tighter. Sick. One more set for you?
Yeah, I think so. Counting's hard.
Last set. Hard legs, hard lats. Big spread. There you go. Good. Perfect. Hell yeah, dude. And I'm going to run 6 sets again just so I can get something out of this. Roll up, roll down. And like the best part, like I know the high reps isn't the best speed work protocol, but the best part of running higher rep is like once the fatigue kind of sets in, it like almost makes you push harder than you would if you feel fresh. This is because if you don't push hard, like I would have missed 165 there, because the arms are very gassed after that close grip. And Ty's got some close grip board press now. I got overhead stuff, so we're going over to the other room. And I have been running like barbells or dumbbells in this slot, but after scanning around this place, they got a Viking press machine, so I think we're gonna do that. And I freaking love these things because you get like serratus push as you're going overhead. Feels very nice. And because we're short on time, figure straight to 2. So nice. And we'll go quarters because that felt kind of heavy, but not as heavy as I wanted it to be. Laughing at myself because I'm being so gentle loading plates right now compared to what I usually do. Okay, let's crank. That sounded so soft. Okay, let's crank. I think that was better. And I think I'm going to be a dick and load up 3. Adequate crank on that set. And what I'm excited about next is we got the version of the hammer overhead press at the gym that like pushes forward. They got the backward pushy version here, so we're gonna give that a whirl. Plan for this sucker is to go more squeezy reppy than we did on the Viking. And haven't used one of these guys in a little bit over 4 years, so not sure what to expect loading wise. Gonna knock the seat down a notch or 2, but we can definitely go oopsie daisies. Straight to 2 plates. Due to timing constraints with the travel, I've had 8 total of those like legendary fake Pop-Tart bars between ending last vlog and starting this vlog, and I'm definitely paying for it right now. But farting adds reps, so whatever. And thinking quarter will be the sweet spot. I wish I talked to you like 10 minutes earlier because that Viking machine,
Yeah.
so sick.
Is it?
Yeah. Just play with it. Okay, hopefully this doesn't suck. Or if you watched the last training vlog, hopefully it sucks the right amount. And that sucked just enough that I think we're gonna go 3 for top set. I'd step back a little bit, and then let it go in front of your head. Yeah. Front of your head, shove your head through. Yeah. That's the feel. Yeah. Don't sweat if you walk in front. Yeah. Don't worry if you walk in front of it. It's all good.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
You know what? Honestly, It makes it better.
Yeah.
When people walk, is it like that it's less of a stupid production thing and
Right.
more of like just real life?
Well, it's so funny. I watch so many videos of people walking through and the person
Yep.
getting pissed off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I don't give a
didn't
shit.
think that with you, though.
And it's like, if I got pissed at it, it'd be impossible to do, and everyone would hate me, and I
Right. Yeah.
beat enough of a douchebag with the camera anyways.
What's your name, bud?
Seth,
Matt.
nice to meet Matt. Okay, I have a feeling that it's gonna feel like we have to dig in for this one. That was a sweet spot. And now for the segment of the vlog where I am absolutely sure to embarrass the shit out of myself because we are running some dips. And I was really hoping that this thing wasn't bolted to the rack because like it's pretty high up, and worst case with the pack, I kind of want to be able to put my feet down. So I'm gonna grab a box. Box might be a little bit high for my purposes here, but it's also making me realize that I should probably adjust the framing so my head isn't chopped off. And I'm going to be brave and attempt to run body weight right from the get-go today. Actually feels much more okay than I was expecting. And I got a nice mirror to check depth as I'm going. Making sure we're down there. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Okay, round two. Kind of tempted to add load for this one based on the first set, but I also don't want to be an idiot. And I really don't know if this is a difference maker or not, but the fat handles, if my hand is in frame, but the fat handles on this dip handle feel very, very, very nice. And Ty's running some straight arm pull downs, trying to get that big old nice lat squeeze, make sure the serratus is holding the scap where it belongs, and get really good carryover to the bench on rack he was kind of being a little bit soft on. So what I might want to do actually is just stop it at chin level, and even a little bit lower. So I stop at the same height you done rack the bench from. Lower. I mean, like stop lower at the top. At the top.
I see.
Yeah, there. And then try to keep this tight. Keep this tight. Hold. Pull. That feels stronger? A better contraction? Yeah. Because like, if we're doing these for bench press, we want it to be really specific to what we're trying to get on bench, which is the unrack, lat catch, and then loading into the lats on the eccentric. And if you do them without going all the way up, it does a little bit better for that. And I got to touch some triceps, so I'm just going to hop in and put a lot more weight on. Push downs are easier than straight arm pull downs, so don't bully Ty in the comment section. Probably should bully Ty in the comment section. But I'm gonna run the nice little subtle roll up, pull into tries, subtle roll up, pull into tries, and just make them feel nice and juicy over the course of a couple of ascending sets. I guess a couple means two, so I'm gonna a few ascending sets, several ascending sets, because we're doing more than two. When I was in like third grade, I got into an argument with my teacher because I thought that the sev in several implied that they were groups of seven. And I think that was probably the stupidest I've ever felt in my entire life. Control, control, control. Yeah, that's juicier. Good dude. Had 160 set one, so we'll go 200. I miss my orb. Just so juicy. Gotta only go up a little bit for the next one. And the hope is that if I put 220 on the stack, I don't look too stupid. I can't roll because it's too heavy, so we're just gonna do regular pushdowns. Probably failed the mission of not looking stupid on that one, but felt the tries, so we're at least halfway okay. And I just realized, looking at the clock, that we are pretty freaking ahead of schedule, so I think machine side raise. And Jordan Wong has one of these, and every single time I do one of his coaching check-ins, I am so jealous because, like, at Ty's height, he might be a little bit tall because the axis of rotation isn't quite in line with his shoulder, but at my height, 5'4", it is so good. Ty is only 5'9", not 6'3", by the way.
I'm like 6'1" on the dot.
You got to go with making it short. Like, Cole's 5'8" in the vlog.
Okay, then I'm 5'2".
Oh.
Yeah, I look like almost.
And I like to carry a little bit of forward lean, again, just to kind of dial in the shoulder next to the pivot. And then we make her juicy. And the strength curve on this is so freaking perfect. Like, by far, the best delt contractee thing I've ever discovered. And what's cool too is, like, if you want to bias slightly different fibers, like, you can step back, you can step forward, you can get a little more forward lean, but I want to keep this sidey for now, so a little bit of lean. And then we die. Yeah, and really squeeze to the bottom. Don't throw, just squeeze. Just slow, 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 then fast. Slow the first inch, and then fast. Better contraction? Sick. And what I was trying to cue Ty there is, if you like jam out of the bottom, you can kind of cheat away from using delts a little bit. So whenever I'm doing a side raise or front raise or any raise, I like to be like a little bit slow before I step on the gas. And that just makes the peak contraction feel so much more contracty. How far I push that first set and then the no lack of carbs. Slow her down a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah. And, like, I'm sure there's some dork that'll get mad at me for talking about how it can be advantageous to voluntarily slow down a contraction, because, like, on a movement like a press where you can just kind of press into it hard and you're going to catch the intended shit, like, obviously we don't want to try to go slow because we're getting less of the intended fiber, but, like, I'm slowing down to the bottom so I can get more of the intended fiber when I step on the gas pedal.
Just
Yeah.
so nice, but so unnatural with my long arms. Feels a little.
Yeah. I just love the feel of a delt pump. Easily my favorite pump to get right now. Probably because I know that my delts really suck, and I'm tricking myself into thinking that the pump is going to mean that they're going to suck less. Woo! And now to murder the fronties with some moderate inclines. Ty's first time doing these, so don't judge him too much.
Make fun of me all you want.
And then slow to the bottom. Slow when the leverage is easy, crank when leverage is hard. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. I didn't know where the bench was. I am not going to go up a little bit because first set felt adequately sucky. Because I feel like what I said at the beginning, talking about the different loading on speed bench was good, but I don't think I said it well enough at the beginning to make it into a reel, so we'll just redo it. Gassed.
Pull downs the other day at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was bottoming it out. It wasn't hard.
Yep.
Long ass arm.
Yep.
Good for deadlifts, I suppose.
About it.
Balances out long ass legs.
Yep. And up next, got to do some rear delt touching. Running the ELITEFTS lever row for some rear delt rows, which I'm kind of looking forward to because the machine's sick, but this machine is also really freaking heavy, so starting at one plate. And the Realm, the new ultra mega gym coming to Calgary, is getting one of these, which I'm also really excited about because this is by far my favorite chest supported row variation of all time, or variation of the machine. You know what I meant. But if we're making a row rear delty, trying to drive the elbows wide, spread the handles apart. And another reason why this thing's nice is that the handles move, so that angle out is telling me that I'm getting some adequate spreadage as I die. Watch us find out that I'm lying about it being heavy because Ty's gonna do more reps than me.
Might get one.
There you go. Again, slow to the bottom. Big spread, yeah. I was asked in my Instagram AMA last night about how I differentiate between good volume and junk volume on rep work. And I think in the context of this machine, if I were to load it up enough to fail at 5 to 8 reps, I'd be probably too heavy to get the desired intent out of it. So right now I'm driving the reps a lot higher than what is the social media ideal for hypertrophy training, but I'm doing that because I'm actually going to be able to target and get hypertrophy in the areas that I'm trying to target. And I think too that if something's jamming, feeling good, you're able to dig into it well. Doing kind of an extra set here, but loved how the first 2 sets felt, and it's not going to kill me to do an extra. I'm kind of trying to rotate the handles a little bit more internally on this set, so I'm kind of pulling out of that IR a little bit, or pulling against that IR. Oh, feels good. And because I can tell that I'm gonna be tight as shit getting under squat bar Sunday after the flight, gonna run me some BTN pull downs. And because these are kind of a vulnerable position to load, I never want to go too heavy on them because I don't want to crank myself further into a vulnerability than I need to be. And when I'm running these, I always try to get the abs on a little bit, get the hip flexors on, squeeze the pads so I can get a bit of forward lean so I can get the bar more behind my head. That way I can pull down without having to round the shit on my upper back, because if I'm rounding the shit on my upper back on this guy, it's not going to be very specific to where I want to be underneath the squat bar, and I'm doing these to help get better at pulling into where I want to be underneath the squat bar. Looking in the mirror, I feel like my arms kind of look jacked, so I hope it looks like that in the vlog. Probably could have gone lighter in all reality. And really try to pack head like you would in a squat bar. And then just, yeah, sick. Try to get a little bit more there. Yeah. That feel better? Sick. And we're just going to use tie weight for set number 2. See if we can get it a little bit lower without feeling like I'm going to die. Which I think we're accomplishing that mission. And like as I'm leaning forward and letting it go behind me, it is such a nice stretch through both the surgical pec and the non-surgical pec as well. Non-surgical actually feels stiffer today. Good thing we're doing these. And like doing it without a tent, so much harder than it looks. Good. Elbows a little bit forward in the bottom. Little forward, little forward, little forward. There you go. And then a little more forward lean. Now elbows forward. Yeah. There you go. And on the off chance that there's someone in the comments that is blind and is wondering, Seth, why aren't you pulling the bar all the way down to your upper back where you're holding the squat bar? And my answer to that is, if you look at the lat pull down bar, there's a band on each end. So my hands are like sitting, 2-3 inches below where the middle of the bar is. So that's why the bar is not touching my upper back. And like, yeah, I probably could be pulling it lower too because it's not totally the position that I'm squatting in, but I don't know. It's still doing what I want it to do. I just noticed like the tower of triceps attachments that was just out of frame, and I realized I should have been running this guy for the push downs. But not too late to use it because I'm gonna floss my ass on this post and run some overhead extensions to finish out the tricepy stuff. Fat handles just feel so nice. If Darrell was here, I'd be making a joke about that, but sadly, he stayed home in Calgary. We'll go up after Ty set. It's just like the thickness is so nice. I'm like, yeah, it is possible that not floss your ass while doing an overhead tricep extension, but it just works better. Decent little jump that might embarrass me again. I put some moisturizer on my face before coming in because my skin's really dry down here. And there's no chalk in the gym. And the hardest part of this training session has been how slippery my hands are on everything. But we're making it work. Extra grip training. Are you getting the residual slipperiness from my moisturizer?
Yeah, a little bit.
Poor guy.
Just makes me think hard. Who moisturizes before the gym?
Me? Soft, delicate skin. Going down a little bit for this one because the last one was probably too hefty for my intent. Reach forward, reach forward, reach forward. Yeah. Good. Find my finger, find my finger, find my finger. Yeah. Does that feel better?
Yeah,
Like
100
weighted
times
way harder, yeah. So if you're ever running a overhead push down, try to reach elbows away, get a little bit of protraction. So much more fun on the triceps. And because we've got Rogue Donkey, ELITEFTS GHR, I figure Ty and I should do tandem GHR sit-ups just to try to save a little bit of time. I'm curious to see like if the flat deck feels better or worse. It's actually really cool because I can kind of get more dead bug tension versus hip hinge going on it. We'll switch for set 2. Probably should have loaded it, but I'll drive reps high. I think I'm going to find out that that is way harder because I'm just going.
Right. I don't even know. That's because my ass is just like way over the edge.
But like, because the flat base below me, I can really like catch hard with hip flexors. And if I had weight, it'd probably be a really good feel. I was watching over backwards. Before I almost died, I was going to say moment of truth, but I guess now that I confirmed that I didn't die and fall over and break my head on the floor, moment of truth. I can already tell it's going to be way harder. Way harder. But again, I still think that if I loaded that up, I could make it hard enough to maybe get a good feel, but this is gnarlier, for sure. Still gonna try to last longer than Ty, though.
You will.
That's what she said.
That's not our
I'm not gonna go much further than that because I actually will fall off and break my head. And if you guys haven't had the opportunity to try ELITEFTS GHR, easily my favorite glute ham raise on earth. Not sponsored. Well, I mean, I am sponsored, but this is not a sponsored ad read. They're just really, really, really good, especially for the glute ham side of things. And I'm very excited to get to use this on Sunday. Okay, gonna make this outro short and sweet because have 1% battery left on the camera, and Cole is probably at the Airbnb panicking because I haven't checked my phone in an hour. But really stoked with the session. Like, this gym is freaking phenomenal and felt way better than I was anticipating with the travel, with the diet. And like, it's just fun getting to give Ty a little bit of in-person coaching instead of just the online stuff. And like, if you guys want coaching like that, want feedback like that from me, hit the link below, join the team. Peace out. Have a good rest of your day.